The House of Representatives bears its fangs against one of its own turned whistleblower. I'm Linda Akibe, and you're welcome to the Gavel. The situation between the House of Representatives and a federal lawmaker, Representative Abdulmumin Jibrin, took a turn for the worse as the House has suspended the lawmaker for 180 sitting days. The lower chamber suspended the former chairman of the House Committee on Appropriation for 180 sitting days for breaching the practices and precedents of the House of Representatives. Now, Representative Jibrin had accused the Speaker of the House, some principal officers and lawmakers of corruption, abuse of office and budget padding. After suspending Representative Jibrin, officials of the National Assembly have sealed his office. The officials took an inventory of items in the lawmaker's office, changed the locks on the door and sealed the office. Now, this is how it all played out during the week.
It's a war which is playing out in the media. The face-off between the House of Representatives and a lone lawmaker, Representative Abdulmumin Jibrin. Representative Jibrin is accusing the Speaker of the House of Representatives, some members of the House leadership and some other lawmakers of abuse of office, corruption and budget padding. When the House resumed nearly 2 weeks ago, it directed the Committee on Ethics and Privileges to investigate these allegations. However, the former chairman of the House Committee on Appropriation, Representative Jibrin, failed to appear before the committee. The lawmaker had earlier made it clear that he will not be appearing before the committee, which according to him is biased. The chairman of the Committee on Ethics, however, said the lawmaker's absence is a defense in itself, and the committee will complete its work with the evidence it has gathered so far.
The decision not to appear is a defense himself, and the committee have taken note of that. I have also made it clear that the condition which Jibrin gave for him to appear has been met. On the issues of, we took a census of the media houses, and you could see that the committee have shown a lot of transparency, and have observed the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in terms of fair hearing in Section 36 of the Constitution. And I've also told you yesterday that if Jibrin have anything against any of us, he should appear and tender it. And any of us that is appears to be impartial on the matter, we excuse the person out of the committee as regards this case. I think we are working in line with the mandate given to us, and we have taken evidence. Like what I said, the decision not to appear is a defense on its own. And I think that is the issue. The committee will go back, analyze all the evidences that have been collated, and be able to make their recommendations to the House.
As Representative Jibrin accused the Ethics Committee of bias, he also dismissed the threat of possible suspension by the House of Representatives over allegations that he breached privileges of members of the House of Representatives. According to the lawmaker, he had some weeks back commenced a case in court to prevent his being suspended by the House, and the House is aware of the case. Rep. Jibrin said any attempt to suspend him will be in contempt of court. He also dismissed the position of the chairman of the Committee on Ethics and Privileges, which was mandated to investigate the allegations of breach of privileges, that his failure to appear before the committee will be taken as his defense to the allegations.
During the recess, knowing fully that they might resort to these antics of suspension, we had gone to court only on the aspect of suspending me, and the Speaker also entered appearance in the case. He entered appearance, and so the matter is sub judice, right, as lawyers will say. So if any action is taken in this regard, it will clearly amount to contempt of court. After this sitting again, he threatened me again for the second time that since I did not appear, then that means my non-appearance stands as my defense. This is somebody who is aware that even the matter is a subject of litigation in the court, and he understands that it can amount to contempt of court. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not taking what he is saying seriously. I know that the House does not belong to members of the House of Representatives.
But the chairman of the Committee on Ethics, in a report after its investigations, read the findings of the committee on the matter during plenary.
The committee found that those statements were broad sweeping without proof. Consequently, the committee views those statements as injurious, scandalous, and denigrating to the House as an institution, in line with what I quoted before, Section Order 6, and also Powers and Privileges Act, Section 24. And those statements taken individually and collectively serve to bring down the image of the generality of members of the House in the estimation of members of the public, thereby subjecting the House to public opprobrium. Four, and that the committee considers that the actions of Honorable Jubri, taken as a whole, amounts to an infraction of Section 21 and 24 of the Legislative House's Powers and Privileges Act and the rules of the House. 5, further, that the committee finds that Jubri breached the practice, precedents, and usage of the House of Representatives, in that the House has established procedure for expressing and redressing grievances which he didn't follow.
He then put forward the committee's recommendations.
The House, by this resolution, further regulates its procedure and accordingly suspend Honorable Jubri for 180 legislative sitting days in the first instance. 3, that further to the paragraph 5.02 above, Honorable Jubri is required to tender a formal written apology to the House prior to his future resumption of duties in the House. 4, that in accordance with Chapter 9(3) of the Code of Conduct for members of the House, Honorable Jubri should be barred from positions of responsibility in the House until the end of the 8th Assembly.
The Deputy Speaker put the recommendations to a vote.
5.01, 5.02, 5.03, 5.04. Those in support of the motion that the report be adopted say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
The House says, as a self-regulatory institution, it has the mechanism in place for aggrieved members of the House to explore when seeking relief. Mechanisms Rep. Jibrin failed to take advantage of. The House says these reprimands are in line with their standing rules and code of conduct for members of the House of Representatives. However, a public analyst is faulting the suspension of Representative Jibrin by the House of Representatives.
I don't think it's very neat, for democracy. Like I said earlier, representation is one of the key functions of a legislator. Now, if you block a legislator representing a federal constituency for 180 days, which is more than a year, a legislative year, what will happen to the constituents? Because you are there to represent them. You are there to express whatever their aspirations are, whatever their views are, whatever their challenges are. Express those things in National Assembly so that they will be taken care of. Now, if they don't have anybody representing them, it will not impact well on them.